Hi guys, this is number 16 on your Chapter 2 study guide. I'm going to go ahead and walk through this one with you. If you have any additional questions, please see me before or after school or sometime during class. That's a good time. So in this question, the first thing we usually do is get the variable pieces to one side or the other. What you can do instead, and what I suggest, is pick one of the number pieces to get rid of. This is going to help us out. So for me, I can subtract 4 from both sides. Doing that gets rid of it on the left side, and we are left with 2/3 x on the left equal to 3/5 x, and then -2 minus 4 is equal to a -6. From this point, what you want to do is now we're going to move our variable terms to the same side. So I'm going to get rid of the one on the right and move it to the left. So I'm going to subtract 3/5 x from both sides. One thing to keep in mind, just like problem number 14, you want to have a common denominator to be able to subtract these fractions because they are like terms. So I'm going to write these left to right, 2/3 x minus 3/5 x. And we're going to find a common denominator for those two. So looking at the denominators, one thing that they both have in common, we could make them both 15. So I'm going to times this fraction by 5 and 5. And this one, to get that denominator 15, we'd have to times that by 3. So essentially, these fractions are the same as 10 over 15 x minus, and 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 5 is 15 x. And then you can see that's a little bit easier to solve. When we subtract fractions, we keep the denominator the same. So it's still going to be 15. And I'm still going to have that x term with each of them. But then we can just subtract the numerators. So 10 minus 9 would give us 1. And then that was the left side of this problem, simplifying this entire piece here. On the right side, we had that negative or -6. So I'm going to bring that back down. Now from there, our last few steps, when we have a fraction, to undo that fraction, we multiply both sides by the reciprocal. So we're going to times by 15 and 15. And those are going to cancel, and really it's 15 over 1 if you wanted. So x is equal to -6 times 15. So x is equal to -90. Okay. You can type in these fractions on your calculator if you wanted. You could subtract those. How you would have to type those in, I can show you at the top of my paper here. You would have to do, in parentheses, 2/3 minus 3/5. Either way, you will still get x is equal to -90.